Hello, people. Sorry I haven't posted in, a long time now. It's, sort of because I've finally decided to stop being lazy and actually try make this channel work. Well, anyway, for those of you who have seen that one video that I made before, welcome back to Marvel Theory. And for those of you who haven't, well, welcome to Marvel Theory. Well, now to the topic. Well, in Avengers Endgame, something very, in my opinion, amazing happens, where Captain America wields Mjolnir and, well, basically beats up Thanos. One thing that I'm sure not only me myself has wondered is, how can Captain America lift Mjolnir in Endgame and use it fluently, whereas in Age of Ultron all he can do is budge it a little bit?
Nothing.
Well, lucky for you, I've come up with 4 different theories as to why and how Captain America can lift and use Mjolnir in Endgame, but only budge it in Age of Ultron. Okay, now without further ado, let's start theorizing. Theory 1. The Captain America Civil War climax scene. There's nothing extra. Everything in this scene is just there for a reason.
This isn't gonna change what happened. I don't care. He killed my mom.
And it's not only intense because of the extreme fighting, but it's intense because of the amount of emotion that the audience will feel after seeing Bucky, Iron Man, or Captain America exchanging blows with each other. But we're not here to figure out why the scene works so perfectly in the plot. We're here to figure out where, how, and why Captain America becomes worthy. And the answer isn't just in this scene in general. It's in one of Captain America's lines.
He's my friend. So was I.
This is where Captain America becomes worthy because, well, he's already lost everything. He's an outlaw, a fugitive. Yet he still gets up, even though it means having to face one of his best and most trusted friends, Tony Stark. He's not doing this for any reason except it's right.
I could do this all day.
And that's what makes Captain America worthy. Theory number 2. Now, this theory is a little different. In the last one where he became worthy from saying a line, in this one, it's in a part of a scene. Something else different about this theory is that it's not part of an action scene. It's the scene where Tony Stark for the last time is trying to persuade Steve Rogers to sign the Sokovia Accords. Right now, we're gonna focus more on the second part of the scene. Because that's just part of the scene where you really see Steve Rogers having some internal conflict with himself. Should I sign it or should I not? And well, surprisingly, he's really close to signing it until he hears this one line.
Wanda, what about Wanda?
She's fine. She's confined to the compound currently. Vision's keeping her company.
Oh, God, Tony.
He realizes that Wanda's being held captive behind her back by someone that she thought was his friend. What Tony's doing, especially that he's doing it behind Wanda's back, just shuts everything else off for Steve. And to top all that off, Tony says he's doing it because he's trying to protect her. Now that probably was the case, don't get me wrong. Tony is a good guy.
You keep telling yourself that.
But because it was the wrong thing to do, it made Steve sacrifice everything. But the fact that Captain America is willing to sacrifice almost everything for the right cause, that's what makes Captain America worthy. Theory number 3. This one's a bit like the first one. It takes place in an action scene. And just like the first theory, It's not the scene in general, it's a specific line that he says. It takes place in Captain America Winter Soldier. At the end of the movie, Captain America faces Bucky in order to succeed in his mission of turning the helicarriers on themselves instead of thousands of people. But once succeeding in his mission, he faces Bucky once again, but this time he doesn't fight him. He only fought him in the first place to make sure that thousands of innocent people didn't die. But since he had already succeeded in that mission, he had no reason to fight Bucky. So Bucky beats him, just completely destroys him, delivering a hurtful but perfect line.
You're my mission.
A bit after that, Captain America says a few devastating words that for me are enough to make him worthy.
Then finish it. Because I'm with you to the end of the line.
Now, yes, Winter Soldier is before Avengers Age of Ultron. But that just leads me to my next point. Maybe Captain America didn't fail lifting Thor's hammer. Maybe he stopped. You see, when Captain America first budges the hammer, Thor gives a concerning look on his face. Maybe, in the corner of his eye, Captain America did see this concerning look on Thor's face, and decided not to lift the hammer to make sure he didn't steal Thor's thunder. And finally, Theory 4. This last one is quite different. Maybe Captain America was worthy all the way in the beginning of his character arc. If this is the case, then he most probably became worthy when he drove the plane into the ice to save New York from the Hydra bombs. Once again, this would mean that he didn't try lift up Thor's hammer in Age of Ultron. It's his pure selflessness and heroic attitude that really makes him worthy in this scene. Well, those are about all the 4 reasons that we have to why Captain America was able to wield Mjolnir in Avengers Endgame. I hope you enjoyed, and comment down below if you agreed or disagreed with any of the theories. And finally, thanks everyone for watching Marvel Theory.